Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Wanted to give you a little bit of an update. This one's a good one to celebrate. I just passed my electrical rough-in inspection, so I thought I'd highlight what all the work was done. So first of all, of course, we're in the game room up here. The big thing is I put all these lights across everywhere in the basement into these brackets, and some of these brackets have the transformer box mounted right onto the side like it's supposed to here on wing nuts. Let me show you. Ooh, new phone, sorry. Right like that. Other ones are just kind of setting up there, but the idea is they're all accessible. So there's all those. One of the things that I had to do, of course, was this switch here. The right one is going to be a three-way for the basement lights. So they'll turn off there, because obviously you expect to turn on the lights when you come to the bottom of the stairs. But in order to do that, I had to relocate that switch used to turn on all of the existing lights. And I left one box up there I have to take down yet. But one of those boxes, they had all those little regular light bulbs in them. And so took all that wiring out, took all the light boxes out, and I had to reroute everything. So in the process of that, to hook up the existing two lights in the utility room, I had to make a switch there. The existing 15 amp circuit goes through all of this, and relocated the wire to go from one to the other to make all that happen. So that's all good. But lights are all, basically almost all the lights are all hooked up. Obviously some of them aren't there yet, like the pendant lights that go over the wet bar, but that, you get the idea. In the bathroom, you can't see it from this side yet, but of course this is the laundry room side here. That box there has its own dedicated circuit, so that's the laundry room, has its own outlet. These outlets here for the wet bar, that's on its own dedicated circuit, and the bathroom comes into here, and that's on its own dedicated circuit. So I have three 20 amp circuits going to this wall, and then a 30 amp circuit for the dryer. So looking in the utility or the dryer room, the laundry room, there's your 30 amp 240 for that one, and the 20 amp 120 for that right there. So there you go. Bathroom is a bathroom, but again, we got the lights hooked up, so there they are. These are just on a simple switch right now, but I did hook up the fan, so kind of hear the fan run. So that's good. Got all that. We wanted to make sure everything works. Obviously, for things like the fan, you know, the cover is going to come down when we do drywall. And with all of these lights, all we got to do is take the puck out of this metal bracket, and then the wire will just sit up there. And so then when we put the sheetrock up, the sheetrock will sit up against the bottom of that metal bracket. And then we just take our Roto-Zip and stick it in there and go zink around the hole. And then now we've got the hole for the light. Pull that wire cable right back out again, and their lights are done. So that should be a fairly straightforward thing to do. Similar story in the bedroom. This is going to be a three-way for the hallway lights, those four there. In the bedroom, we have a a single switch here that's going to go eventually to that switch there, which is fan rated, and I ran a 3-conductor wire up to it so I can have a separate, hot line for a fan. So if you put a ceiling fan up there, you can control it by 2 switches down here. But otherwise, a 3-way switch is this one here for the lights. Now they're on a slow dim because I hooked them up to one of my normal dimmers that I've been using all the way around the house, all around the project rather. So it comes out here 3 ways, and there's your dimmer. So it's kind of a slick deal. These are going to be the 2 bedside lights for this bedroom. So there is that. Otherwise, let's see what else. In the main theater room itself, we have all of our, not even all of our lights. This is only about half of the lights hooked up, but all of the front stage lights are there, and the main room lights, if you will, in the middle are there. And then around the outside, we'll have, these are taking the place of the wall sconces for now. And I also do have the soffit lights. This is only one of them hooked up now for the soffits. but they're gonna go all the way around. So where these wires are hanging down, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3 on each side, 1 and 2 on the back, and then 2, 3 on each side. So there's gonna be a grand total of 8 of those. We will have 4 wall sconces as well. Again, there's another one just kind of as a placeholder. But I did hook up, and there's the inspector right there. Say hi, inspector. Yep, there she goes. I did hook up the switches for this. The left one is going to be 3-wayed to the switch panel behind us. The rest of them are all single ways. So same idea. They're kind of a nice little dimmer here. Turn them on, turn them off. They do a slow fade if you choose to. And then when you turn them on, you can slowly or fast, you can just adjust the dimmer by sliding your finger. So it's kind of a slick little deal. And again, obviously that's not permanent. We're gonna put drywall there, but more to come on that. So the back of the room will get lit up much more when we put all these soffit lights on the back as well. So other than that, let's see. I ran one more switch from here. This is going to be from our LEDs. So on the left side, we're going to have a 3-way to go back to those switches you just saw. And on the right, we're going to have an individual switch that's going to go to power what will be the LEDs. That runs just up and over. And I put a outlet box up here and was smart enough to think about just running some wire so that this will have the essentially the LED power supply will sit up in here, and then we'll have the output to the LEDs that'll run from here, and that runs out to the back of the soffits. And so I don't know if you can kind of see where it's going here, but this will be the middle of, we measured out these brown wires here, that's the middle of where the lights will, the soffits are rather, and then from each side we're going to have those LEDs run right kind of along the bottom here, facing up. So then the ceiling gets lit by these LEDs. We've selected them. We haven't purchased what we've purchased them yet. But we have the idea what we're doing. They're going to be individually, digitally addressable LEDs, so you can kind of have like a whole, rainbow effect, fade effect, or what we're calling the aurora effect, all the way around the soffits. So that'll be kind of fun. So there again, that's your view from the back wall, from the back of the row. So there's that. But yeah, otherwise, the only other interesting thing is that I was able to hook up a dedicated 20 amp circuit. So there's one dedicated 20 amp circuit powering this room, because that's where all the computers are going to go and radio equipment's going to go. And then I actually did run one more right there, which will be a dedicated 240 volt 20 amp circuit, so that the eventual ham radio amplifier will live there and be powered off 240 volt. So other than that, this is it. Just passed inspection, and feeling pretty good about it right now, honestly. Here, getting another quick walkthrough, and here you go. That's where he put his tag. So there you are, guys. Happy inspection day.